Hypocrites are like poison. The more of their nonsense you take in, the more mentally and emotionally sick you become. Before you know it, you become self-conscious, inferior, insecure, and you feel like not doing anything. You start to feel like someone is constantly judging you and that you can never live up to their high standards. Well, you see, there's some good news. There are some warning signs. That's right. Follow these signs and you will never fall victim to a hypocrite's poison again. Hypocritical people love to suck up. And chances are you've seen this in action in your workplace or people around you. The same person who smiles and compliments others, like your boss for example, and then they'll talk bad about them, talk ill of them behind their back. Sometimes they do so with people who are the cleaners or the receptionists or people at the lower level in the job. A sincere person, though, pays respect to everybody, regardless of their position in life or what the person can do for them. Hypocritical people are usually insecure, so instead of complimenting someone they feel looks better than them, they feel threatened and demean them. They might say things like, for example, "Oh, this shirt is nice," and then behind their back they'll say something like, "Oh, it looks so hideous on them." Sincere people, on the other hand, are confident in themselves and admire other people's fashion sense and whatever the person may look like. Research shows that people who gossip are generally not happy with themselves and have high level of anxiety. To combat this, hypocrites gossip to feel superior, to lift themselves up temporarily by dragging others down. However, sincere people don't gossip. They simply express their action and opinion without malice. This is because they have a healthy self-esteem and they say things as they are. They won't go around in a circle or say things behind your back. They'll say it to your face. Hypocritical people are always thinking of themselves first and foremost. If they think they can benefit from a situation, they will jump in, no questions asked, and then expect payment, monetarily or otherwise, in return. They also tend to want to be protected and be shielded from potential criticism or confrontation. But once they're done with you, they'll just casually dump you and move on. Sincere people, on the other hand, they tend to help others they want to, because they want to. They don't have a hidden agenda. They don't expect payment of any kind. They enjoy simply the gratification of helping others in the needs that they may have. If a hypocritical person has achieved something, they will make sure the entire world knows it. And the whole world knows about what they've done, what it's all about. This is because hypocrites crave attention and validation from others due to the fact that they haven't learned how to cultivate it or how they've gone about achieving it. You may or may not have seen these types of people on social media, parading around their perfect lives, the perfect couple, the perfect house, the perfect car, and how they've got millions, they'll flash around their money. On the other hand, sincere people only care about what they've got for themselves. They care about their wife, they care about their loved one, they even care about the 2 pence they may have in their pocket. They don't care about the big things in life. They don't need the attention or validation from somebody else. They're happy as they are. Impressing others sometimes is normal, but when it becomes a way of life, you're dealing with something or someone who's a hypocrite. Hypocrites are also focused on that thing where everyone needs to think high of them. They've lost so much touch with themselves that they believe and their values are kind of wishy-washy, not really clear. If they don't have their own truth in place, then they constantly desire the truth of others. Sincere people, on the other hand, are secure enough in themselves that they don't constantly need approval from somebody else. By being themselves or other people's sense, they feel sincerity, they feel that they are the people that, while they are themselves, they are very much liked for what they are. They don't need to prove anything to anybody else. Hypocrites love to talk and talk and talk, but they will never do the action. They'll overtalk and underdeliver. They're full of lucid words, But in reality, they have no intention of following through with what they're saying or what their promises they've made. Or maybe they did, but then they realize it will be an inconvenience for them. So what they do is they decide to just kind of push you away, blow you off. For example, if they ever sell something to you, for example, if they sell you the idea of a business and the profit that you'll make from it, what they'll do then is they'll just casually move away from it if you've made no profit. They will just make sure they want nothing to do with you if you've made no profit from it. If in fact they've made a profit on your head, they'll take no responsibility for their action. Hypocrites put themselves first, and as a result, they're short on empathy. By contrast, a sincere person knows the value of a promise. They put themselves out there in the other person's shoes, and they'll follow through, even if it means putting themselves second. Have you ever met someone who is constantly bragging about what they've achieved, bragging about themselves, their overly clever kids, or the big mansion? This is all something that stems with people who have low self-esteem. Someone who is trying so hard to create a false image of themselves, purely as a means to impress others. They'll boast about their cars, lifestyle, jewelry, expensive this, expensive that, social media, 5-star hotel where they've been pigging out. For hypocrites, because they are lacking a solid core belief, their achievement holds no value and has no sense whatsoever. So what they'll do, they'll blow themselves up in terms of measures of achievement. Sincere people, on the other hand, they don't need to boast about the success. They don't need to have the approval of others because they already own what they have and they're already happy with what they own. Many hypocrites will make excuses for their bad behavior. Often their stories are crafted so dramatically with so much effort to gain the sympathy of others that they'll insist that they've got no drama. They'll insist that there's no drama in their life. And yet, that's probably the most dramatic person that you've ever met. What they'll do is they'll come up with you and make so much bullshit and so much drama that you'll end up feeling sorry for them and you'll end up falling for their crap. I'm sure you've come across people like that in your life or sometime in your workplace. So what you'll end up doing is, if you're smart enough and you understand what this video is about, you can classify them as hypocrite. And then what you'll do is move away from them. Make sure you don't fall into their trap. I'm Rajti. I'm a qualified life coach and business consultant. I'm a motivational speaker and also public speaker. I offer training in public speaking, self-confidence, and also how to maintain good customer service in your workplace and with your customers, and many more. Currently, I'm conducting a course where I help young people or anybody who wants to create and improve their CVs and covering letter, as well as little techniques to improve their interview. Please do like my page, like my videos, and also share them with your friends and family. If you have any questions or if you feel that you may benefit from a video, feel free to ask me and I'll make one for you. Be specific and I'll do that. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.